So, sis, here is your first clue. Our suspect wasn't born in a Victorian mansion. She was born into a total dumpster fire. Imagine playing Clue, but instead of Professor Plum being a quirky academic, he's a predatory grandfather. And Mrs. Peacock, she pulled the disappearing act and abandoned the game before the first turn was even over.
I'm backing up to the dumpster fire.
Hi, guys.
Hi, I'm Sara.
And I'm Stacy.
And we are
Those Women Find Meaning.
Yes. And we are on take 5 of this episode.
Yes, it's been a heavy technical difficulty day 5,000.
Yeah.
Billion.
I think it's been about 5 hours.
Yes.
Yes.
It's been crazy. So, once again, sis.
Yes.
How was your week?
It was fabulous. Listen, all right, you try talking about your day 5 times in a row and see how it goes. But I want to let you know, I lived like a cave woman for a whole month. I didn't have any water. I had to get the government involved. Another subject entirely. I finally got water, and now I can get with the modern times. It's great, fantabulous. And I didn't tell you this, so I will add it in because you're going to love this story.
Okay.
I drove Keegan and his friend up to their last band festival.
Mm-hmm.
And it was in Manchester, so that's like a half an hour away.
Yeah.
We get there, and both of the boys, not just one, both of them forgot their band shoes.
Wow.
So I had to drive all the way back to Onstead. I felt like I was breaking the rules because I had to go in the school and then into the band room and then into Kevin's locker to grab his shoes. And I just...
Mission Impossible music here.
Yes. Oh, yeah. And I got into the band room. I felt like, okay, so I just went in like I owned the place and everybody thought I was supposed to be there. Luckily, I had the Onstead band marching band shirt on, so I looked legit.
Good.
I went in there and I was like, mission accomplished. I texted Keegan, I go, mission was successful. I just thought it was
job,
funny.
Mama. Good
Both
job.
of them. Every single other student there had their band shoes. It was just them two that didn't have their shoes.
Of course.
Two peas in a pod is what they are.
Yes. Sounds like it.
So, yep. Okay. I added that in just to spice things up for you.
I like it. I enjoyed that story very much. I'm just seeing you like a Mr. Magoo almost.
It was like a Mr. Magoo. I'm very Mr. Magoo-y.
That's great. So, my week.
Yeah, how was your week, sis?
I know you've already heard, but for the people.
Yes, for the people.
My week was great. I started, you're really jingling in there. Okay.
Sit very still.
It's like trying to podcast with my 11-year-old right now. You're so hyper.
I am.
Anyway, so I started a course that sis you told me about. It's called Freelance with Erica. And I've been doing some things on my Upwork profile and trying to get that going and trying to do some freelancing. And I have to say, and Erica does not pay me to say this, I'm just saying this because it genuinely is a really great platform to learn if you want to learn how to do things like freelancing online. And she's got a lot of really good information, and she is not AI. I don't have a problem with AI if it is used as a good tool, but just straight up replacing people kind of sucks. So I really enjoy this course and I enjoy her as a person, and she helps you step by step all like right over your shoulder the whole time. It's great.
Yeah. She does have a link though, if you guys want to check it out. If you're interested in working from home, no big deal. Just we'll put it down below just for a helpful resource if that is something you are interested in.
Because I do know, being someone that was in the corporate world, and I mean, yes, I worked from home, but it consumed my time and my life, and it was very corporate and not for me. It made me so unhappy, and I felt so trapped in that I just like cut the string. I'm done. I can't do it anymore. So if you feel like you need to cut the string, check the description below.
Yeah, no job is worth that. In my opinion, no amount of money is worth that, in my opinion, and I never wanna work for somebody again. I wasn't in the corporate world, but it still wasn't the greatest job in the world. I'm not gonna knock anybody, but, it was my choices that led me to my career, and I just didn't like it. I was just sucked into something I didn't like.
Right. And I think that's why you and I both went to college. We worked our butts off, and now we're here.
Mhm.
And I'm so proud of us for that, really. It wasn't easy, but if you want to just stop that consistent cycle, it's as simple as just working towards that goal, learning. And I mean, I can't stress it enough. Knowledge is power. The more knowledge you learn, the more you're going to do better at something going forward. So, I mean, you just got to put the work in. It's simple as that.
Yep, I agree.
Okay. So, all right, listeners, grab your magnifying glass and maybe a stiff drink. I'm just drinking water, but whatever you want to drink. Oh, there's my lid. Um, because today we are playing a very messed up game of true crime clue.
I love Clue.
I know.
Yes, I do. Let me guess.
Mhm.
Is it Colonel Mustard in the library with the wrench?
Okay. So, no, not even close. But before we roll the dice, let's check our stats. All right. I'm a psychology academic scholar, so I am looking.
No.
So,
Really?
yes. So, I am looking at the mental map.
Sweet. Sweet. But, I am like a data analyst, so I'm here to find the patterns and the chaos. And just a heads up, and a funny heads up, let me tell you, Stacy and I are not certified doctors. I know that's surprising to all of you out there. I'm sure.
Big surprise. I know.
We're not here to hand out prescriptions. We're
Nah.
here to provide the data, the psychological framework, research. That's it. It's to help you level up your own life.
No, exactly. So, sis.
Yeah.
Here's your first clue.
Cool.
Our suspect wasn't born in a Victorian mansion. She was born in a total dumpster fire.
Little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Yeah.
All right. So imagine playing Clue, but instead of Professor Plum being a quirky academic, he's a predatory grandfather. And Mrs. Peacock, she pulled a disappearing act and abandoned the game before the first turn was even over.
So let me get this straight. Professor Plum and Mrs. Peacock were this person's parents. And
Yeah.
okay. So we're looking at a corrupted saved file from birth.
Mm-hmm.
Abandonment issues, predatory environment. Is this a drifter, perhaps?
Spot on. By the late 80s, she was a hitchhiking ghost on the Florida asphalt. Between 89 and 90, 7 guys went missing. They weren't found in the billiard room with the candlesticks, sis. They were found in the Pine Barrens, stripped of their gear.
7 men. That sounds like a game bang gone wrong.
Yes, it
So,
does.
and you said Florida. What's up with Florida?
I don't know.
Florida, what's in your water?
Right. I want to know, because it seems like every true crime I watch it's always in Florida lately. Maybe not lately, but throughout time, really. There's been a lot of cases in Florida. It's just so weird.
It is very weird. I don't understand it.
Yeah. Maybe
I
they were
have no
just
idea.
hot,
Menopause.
miserable. Yeah, could be.
Heat. Hot flashes. I mean, it was a woman, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So did she claim self-defense like a kill or be killed situation?
Yeah, exactly. She was the prey who became the predator. But here is the real mystery. The secret passage that explains why she couldn't stop. It's called the Vegas break.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
That's true. However, this was not in Nevada. But speaking of the Vegas break, I'll let it slide.
Okay. So as a data person, I do know that the vagus nerve is like the internal investigator.
Yes.
It handles the rest and digest.
Mm-hmm.
If the brake's not working, it slows your heart rate down. And when the game gets too intense, oh, wait. Well, let's see. It'll slow your heart rate down when the game gets too intense.
Mm-hmm.
Did her data show a malfunction of any sort?
I would say a massive malfunction. Because of her childhood trauma, that brake line was severed, sis. Imagine playing an MMORPG where your aggro meter is like stuck at 100% and your relax skill is permanently grayed out.
I know I said this earlier, but I cannot help it. I still think of that character that's like the button stuck and it just keeps going around and around.
Yes, yes.
Leroy
Roy!
Jenkins.
Yes.
Man. So, okay. When she met these men on the highway, her brain pretty much didn't see them as a human.
No.
Okay.
Her social engagement system was completely offline. Her brain saw a final boss in a survival horror game. She was slamming on a brake pedal that wasn't connected to anything. This is why our first course in the Nexus is so vital. We start with Operation 1, the baseline audit.
I can see where you're going with this. If our
Yeah.
suspect had been able to perform this baseline audit that you say, she would have seen that her internal mission intel was redlining. She had no bubble because she was living on the streets. She had no shield. And her glucose
Glucose forge?
yeah, that thing was likely a mess of adrenaline and poor nutrition.
Yeah. So no circadian shield, which is her bubble.
Right.
Yeah. Her glucose forge, such a mess. So by the time she hit Operation 4, the vagus nerve, there was nothing left to repair. She was playing the game on nightmare mode with no armor. That's why doing these quests in the Neuro Nexus is so important. We don't want you to just read about it.
Right.
We want you to do the operations so you don't end up with a glitch in your own system.
And I just want to add to that this is a brand new community and we are just getting started. So we don't have a whole lot of stuff in there yet.
No, that's right. Think of this as the early access phase. We're going to be adding more and more classes and interactive quests every single week as the world of the Neuro Nexus expands. You're literally getting in on the ground floor of a new mental health frontier.
Yes. It's like a life or death situation for your mental health. If you don't audit your baseline, you're basically playing with the blindfold on.
Speaking of leveling up your engagement, it is time for the quest of the week.
Ooh, this will be fun.
Yes. For everybody in the community, your mission is to head out to your local library, Find the absolute weirdest book on the shelf. Take a picture and post it in the Neuro Nexus in the messy middle.
And for those of you that are probably not in the community, you can do this on social media too. I can't wait to see the data on that. Engaging with your surroundings is the first step to fixing that Vegas break.
Absolutely. So listen, guys, we are still opening up a few exclusive spots for the Neuro Nexus, okay? Our real life mental health MMORPG. This is going to be free for life for the first 25 people that get in. Right now we have 6. That leaves 19 more spaces. And this is going to be for a very limited time. After these spots are filled, the paywall hits at $19.99 a month. So if you really need this, get in now.
Right. It's a good time. You get the classes from the baseline audit to the glucose forage, plus the whatever you said, and plus the I'm not a psychologist, so I'm probably going to mess up all those words. Plus
That's
the
okay.
recipes, game mechanics, a community leveling up together. If you check the description down below, you can join the school and the collective.
So guys, let's just stop surviving the map and start mastering the mechanics.
Yes. Watch rest of the podcast, join the Nexus, and let's find the meaning in the madness together.
Yes. So case closed for now.
You're not going to tell me who it is?
No, not until next podcast episode.
All right.
But before we go, I want to leave you with a haunting reminder of what happens when a person's nervous system completely forgets how to feel safe. In her own words, she once said, "I'm a person who seriously hates human life and would kill again."
That's pretty chilling.
Mm-hmm.
Let's make sure we're doing the work to stay on the other side of the line, and we'll see you guys in the Nexus.
See you in the Nexus.
All right. Bye.
Get it below. Bye.